key to application readiness is central organization, so that issues can be addressed, apps can be tested and prepared for deployment, all prior to distribution and from one central location. In this second installment of our 5-segment demo series, we're going to take a look at how the AdminStudio Application Manager is used to bring all of these elements together into a single application database to test, manage, and report on all applications consistently across the enterprise portfolio. Application Manager can be used from the moment IT gets the request for an application, all the way to deployment when it's handed off to a deployment system for installation to an end user's device. It automates and manages dozens of tasks and steps that are still being done manually in many enterprises. Let's look at an example of a traditional and familiar desktop application, Skype. The industry format for this is MSI, and you can see how easily and quickly it can be imported. Automatically, Application Manager looks for customizations and patches and brings them in. In this case, we already have a Skype mobile application, so the two are automatically grouped together. As the various packages are imported, they are organized under a single common application as deployment types, iOS and MSI in this example. So when it's time to hand this off to Microsoft System Center Configuration Manager or Semantic Client Management Suite powered by Altiris, we include all the metadata it needs to keep things organized to focus on providing applications to users rather than packages to devices. This allows for easier administration and a better end-user experience. In addition to importing applications and packages, we can also import Windows updates, making Patch Tuesday a very different experience. Here we can select new security updates and browse the latest releases. In just a couple seconds, these can be pulled into the Application Manager and managed alongside applications. Here you can see they are under Environment rather than Products. Then, if you go back to our Skype example, we can check for any impact made by the latest updates. This feature allows IT to narrow down what needs testing, find the impacted applications, and focus testing just on those affected, which results in a tremendous time savings and enables organizations to easily keep up with Microsoft's weekly patches. Now, if we go into the test center, we can take a look at how AdminStudio handles the important function of compatibility testing. Let's use Dropbox as an example this time. We can see that it's compatible with iOS 7. But AdminStudio doesn't only give you current information. It's designed to prepare for what's coming next. In this case, we can see Dropbox is ready for iOS 8. However, we have a wrinkle. The particular package is not supported by iOS 6, which means that end users who, for whatever reason, didn't install the latest iOS upgrade won't be able to access this version of Dropbox. Without a solution that provides this level of detail, here's how it often goes. A user asks for Dropbox. The administrator gives it to them without access to this information. Then, the user complains it doesn't work, they didn't get it, and kicks off the whole support chain. Now, imagine the time and resources that could be saved by being proactive and being able to tell the end user that they need to upgrade their iOS before their Dropbox can be delivered. This is just one example of the radical shift enterprises are able to make when so many of the processes and application readiness can be managed and handled centrally. Now let's take a look at the Report Center. This is where you can centrally view all enterprise applications and see how they're behaving in tests with one another, as well as how things like best practices and corporate policy might be impacting how they function. So Siri may not be allowed to run, or there might be specific password procedures. Sometimes these procedures and policies conflict with the app and cause it to close with no warning or error message. Being able to view these behaviors in a central location allows IT to consult with policymakers on how policy will impact performance. As the process continues through the testing phases and identifies and resolves issues as they are uncovered, Application Manager prepares the app for deployment. The last step here in the process is the right-click menu from Application Manager to Distribution. The prompt will ask what distribution system to distribute to and set up all the properties. The result? The app is ready to be published to the various distribution systems and can also be made available to end users through the Enterprise App Store Flexera App Portal for immediate use. To learn more, go to flexerasoftware.com/AR.